Hey guys, welcome back. I have another nail tutorial for you today, and it's this floral design inspired by Jess Phoenix. I love her designs. You should check her out. This design is going to take a little bit more time, but the end result is definitely going to be worth it, so give it a try. I'm using several polishes for this design. There's a lot of colors in it. Of course, I'm using Frolic. This is one of my spring favorites for 2018. It's been a favorite for a long time, and it's a gorgeous polish. I'm also using Can't Find My Czechbook by OPI. It's this warm toned blue that's a little lighter, and then I'm using this dark tone and cool tone blue, Butler Please by Essie. To get just the right orange color, I mixed Where Did Suzi's Mango, and I just can't Cope-acabana together, and I'll show you how I did that later on. And then I used Backseat Bestie, which is a medium pink, and then I used a black and a white Essie Licorice and Essie Blanc. And I will have links to all these polishes down below. So I started off with a good base coat. I like C&D Sticky Base, and then I did 2 coats of Frolic on all my nails except for my pointer and middle finger, and I did 2 coats of that Can't Find My Czechbook. So you're going to add darker blue, so I'm just going to put it here on my palette, and you can use foil or a wax paper plate, anything you want to use. And then I'm going to dip this larger brush that I have, a Winstonia brush, and I'll put a link to that down below, into that, and you just want to dip on just the tip of the brush. I was referencing a picture of her design and just looking, and it did have kind of a mix of a darker and a lighter blue, so I'm just giving that background and making that backdrop. And in between every time I use my brush, I clean it off with acetone and dry it off with a towel. I just wanted to show you that in the beginning, but I do it quite frequently when I'm painting, so just have that next to you. So I'm just going to fill in these spots, and anything I do to this finger I'm going to do to the other finger. It's just going to be a little bit of a different setup or a different pattern. Same pattern, and I'm going to let each layer dry a bit before I go and do another layer on top. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but believe me, it's worth it. So I'm going to use Essie Frolic, and I'm going to just do these circle flowers, not perfectly circular. They need to be a little bit of an undefined border. So I'm going to do that. I did need to use a second coat for this polish, especially over that darker blue. So let that dry a little bit, then do the second coat. And then next I'm going to come in with a skinnier Winstonia brush, and I'm going to do these black stems for these other flowers. For these other flowers I wanted a perfect orange, so I did mix these 2 colors together just to make a brighter but yet muted orange. So I added the orange here, maybe a little too much, but that's okay. You can add more yellow, and I'm going to mix it with a larger brush here. And then I actually did use the larger brush to do this, so I'm going to paint just a little flower here and a little flower there, and do the same thing on the other side. As you can see, the placement's a little bit different. Now I'm going to come in, I know I want to do a leaf here with some yellow lines in it, so I wanted that blue backdrop behind it, so I added blue in the shape of the leaf that I was going to do, and I did it on the other side as well, so you can see where I wanted to put another one of those leaves right there. And then I'm going to let that dry. While that is drying, I'm going to do some smaller light blue leaves in an area that has a darker background. So I'm going to do it here a little bit. It's going to overlap on that flower, but that's okay. And then I did some on the other side. So then I'm going to come in with a skinny striping brush, and I'm going to use this pink, the Backseat Besties, the lighter pink, and I'm going to do these lines for the roses, and I'm going to do that on both sides. And then I'm going to add a few dots just throughout the nail, not too many because you're going to have some white dots in there as well, but so just do a few. And then I'm going to come in with that yellow that I mixed and do these lines of this leaf, and then the center of each of these little flowers where I did these black dots here in those. And those aren't going to be completely circular, they're going to have a little bit of undefined edge. And then about 1/3 of the way up of these little flowers, I'm going to use this Frolic pink color, and I'm just going to draw these lines to give it some definition. And this is what's really going to make a difference, is these fine details. I'm also going to do the same thing with the black, but I'm not going to go up as high so you can still see that pink. Now I'm adding these white dots on top, and that's going to be your final detail to your design. You're done, make sure it's completely dry, and then add your fast dry top coat. I used Glisten and Glow. As you can see, that's the final look. Let me know if you guys like that. It's a fun design that's going to take a little time, but it's definitely worth it. Thanks guys, bye.